Hi, everyone. Mitch from PickDogs.com here with Jay, Chris, and Costi. It is Friday, November 15th. It's hard to believe November is half over almost. Flew by, right? November 15th, 2024, here with your live show. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Jay, can you believe the NBA just started October 22nd? I mean, crazy, right?
Man. Rolling right along.
I mean, we got, it's November 15th, right? December, January, February, March, April, May. We still got 6 months of NBA to go. We still have a lot of people haven't even, opened their eyes that college basketball has started. Chris, we gonna do the Eagles intervention here for Jay, or are we gonna?
I didn't pick the game last night. I didn't.
I know, but on the show you picked the Commanders.
I left it alone though. We had the intervention a couple weeks ago, and I haven't put them in as a premium since. So I'm chilling. It feels good.
And the whole thing is that, the part of the game that I watched, like the 5 minutes I watched, the Eagles didn't even look that good. So I can't even imagine what happened, but I did notice that when I was watching that the pass rush was getting home against Daniels. Both ends were getting pressure. He was kind of running for his life, and even the running game, if they tried to go outside, they were getting hit pretty good.
Jay, we call that working on yourself. You haven't relapsed. Yeah. Kind of just like you're doing the things that they told you to do. It's still fresh. It takes a lot of hard work, Jay. And
I wanted
it's not easy. It's not easy. Just take it one day at a time. That's it.
I wanted to fade them with every bone in my
body. I know you did.
But I didn't do it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just take it one day at a time, man. The good news is you don't have to think about it. You got 10 more weeks max. You have to worry about it. Then you could just, you could chill till next year.
Honestly, with the backhanded dig.
Yeah, I was being honest. You
could just slide that one under.
Well, Tyson versus Paul. We all watching, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're all watching. The group chat will be blowing up. Yeah, I mean, has Netflix ever hosted an event like this big, with this many people watching? Because we know when they did the Love is Blind live reunion, they were unable to withstand the numbers that tuned in for that when they did it live.
Like 4?
What? 4 what?
People.
Please, I had 4 TVs in my house.
So you overloaded their feed.
I know. Maybe you don't watch it, but everybody else does.
I'm gonna watch it because I feel like I have to, but it's like I'm really not that excited for it. I'm really not. Now that we're here, it's like, bro, you're gonna fight a 60-year-old man.
Are we all on mic in this one? Are we all on mic? Are we all on mic?
I think I'm on Paul. Of course, I'm not betting it, but if I were to bet it, I feel like I have to bet Paul. Like just think clearly. This is a 27-year-old man versus a 60-year-old man. Like
it's a lose-lose.
I think if Jay was alive during Tyson's prime,
oh god,
he'd be all on the Tyson hype train here.
I know, man. I get it. No, I get it. Like this is Mike Tyson, this is
like pre-face tattoo.
Yeah, I know, I get it. But it's like if there was anybody that could do it at the age of 60,
Tyson, it would Cuss was around. When Cuss was around, and he had Rooney in the corner. He had Tyson used to come out. He would just wear like a poncho type thing with a hole cut in it, no socks, man. And he'd come out and he would just be like ready for action. The Spinks fight. Kevin Rooney told him in the corner before he came out, that he had bet all of Tyson's share on first-round knockout. That's why he came out like whirling dervish, man. Just like throwing haymakers.
They had a Netflix documentary leading up to this. Tyson Paul.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go watch it. I'll have to go watch it.
It was, I mean, it was phenomenal. So I didn't know that he became a fighter in like juvenile.
Oh yeah,
like juvenile.
So what happened was Tyson
yeah.
used to raise pigeons when he was a kid, and someone killed one of his pigeons, and he beat the crap out of him. And Cuss took him and he taught him boxing.
Well, like Cuss didn't meet him until he was in juvenile,
But Cuss taught him like the way that Tiger Woods' father taught him golf. He showed him all the greats in the class. Tyson's like a real student of the game, man. He really knows boxing and he really knows, all that stuff because Cuss, showed him all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And when Tyson came out, man, it was like no one could go with him. So Tyson was an alternate on the Olympic team, and people were just afraid of him, as back then. And, when he finally fought, so Tyson has that awkward speech, and, Terrell Biggs was the guy who was who he was the alternate for, and he would just make fun of Tyson all the time. And that he was the guy when they fought as pros, and Tyson knocked him out in the first round. They interviewed him after. And he said, I tried to knock his nose through his brain. He was mad, man. He is just like, I'm the baddest man on the planet.
Well, Cuss showed him the Olympics, and it was in the documentary. They were 13 months away, and he had basically just started like real boxing. And he's like, I'm going to go there. He's like, no way. Like, how are you going to I'm going to do it. And he went there and got gold.
No, he didn't fight in the Olympics.
He didn't? And maybe in this one.
George Foreman.
Maybe I'm mixing them. Two different documentaries. You're right.
George Foreman.
You're right.
George Foreman, 13 months into boxing.
Yep.
Another tough guy turned pro boxer. But Mike Tyson, his knockouts, like when he became the youngest heavyweight champion and then the youngest unified heavy, when he unified the title. I mean, he did it with 5 punches. He knocked out Michael Spinks in the first round. He knocked out Trevor Berbick in the first round. He knocked out, he never, until when he signed with Don King and he left, Rooney, that's when he went astray. Up until that point, he was unbeatable. When he was under Clayton, managing him. See, he got bad advice, man. Basically what happened. He got way bad advice. Because, Cuss was the boxing guy. Clayton was the businessman. And once Tyson lost that, he went astray, man. And then the whole Robin Givens thing. Then he got framed, right? Or he claims he got framed on the rape charge. Went away for a while. Always tough, right?
Face tattoo.
What's that? Yeah, well, the thing about the rape charge that I never understood was, so Tyson they knew he was like this, right? And they were like, you never leave this guy alone, right? And it's kind of like he was almost set up, and then he claims, to this day that he was set up. It wasn't rape and that it was totally consensual.
So I had to decline this offer. This is it. They wanted me to fight Tyson. He's too old. I need somebody better.
I'm sure Tyson said the same thing about you.
I just can't see Jake Paul.
Look at this. Look at this.
I can't see Jake Paul standing if Tyson really connects with the Tyson punch. I just can't see it happening. It's like,
it's not a Tyson punch though. He's 60.
I'll tell you what, man.
No, No.
A lot of it's technique.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. A lot of it is technique. And Tyson, I mean,
trust me, you're talking to the guy that would, I promise you, you will not find anybody else that would be more excited than to see Jake Paul get his ass whooped tonight. To see Mike Tyson actually put him to sleep, I will be the happiest man on planet Earth. But it's like, come on, man.
I think he might. I honestly think he has it to do. I honestly think he can do it.
Well, so just to give you guys a heads up, originally they were going to do headgear. They're not doing headgear, but they're doing 14-ounce gloves.
Oh,
just saying, just giving you all the backstory. Then originally there was a thing that said,
who wanted the 14-ounce gloves? Who wanted the 14-ounce gloves?
I don't know how it got there, but originally they even said no knockdowns in the first 3 rounds, but that's not real. So it's 8 rounds. They're 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds, 14-ounce gloves.
Oh,
yeah. I know. So that sways the power from Tyson, and that's why Paul's going to have a little bit of the edge. That's big. What are they normally 10-ounce, right?
10 or 12.
10 or 12, yeah.
What is?
Whoa, Pillsbury.
Almost lost the doughboy there. But this is welterweight. So this is it's weird because Pacquiao never really wore Everlast gloves. So he just signed this thing. I don't know how many ounces this is.
That looks like a 12.
Probably. This is not a real Pacquiao glove.
Right, that was just a signed glove.
It's just a signed one because Pacquiao doesn't use this brand.
Pretty big glove. That glove looks like the size of your head.
Is that Pathy in the background?
No.
No, it sounded like him.
It's a big glove. Uppercut.
It's not the size of the glove, it's the power of the punch. Anyways. Yeah, now I'm a little less interested with the 2-minute rounds. It's not even the 8-ounce glove, it's the women rounds of the 2-minute rounds.
Well, they have the big women fight. That's an actual real.
It's only 8 rounds. It's only 8 rounds. Yeah,
yeah,
so he could run for 8, man. He'll be on his bicycle, Paul.
I don't know. I want it to actually be a real fight versus what we saw with the Tyson Roy Jones fight. That was terrible. They can't knock each other down. I mean, what's the point?
Huh.
You're muted, Jay.
The jam session will be posted later, like 12 noonish Central Time. Waiting on a couple things.
Waiting on Aaron Rodgers' approval. Did you see it? Did you post the NFL? Is it posted?
Yeah, it's posted.
Said that Aaron Rodgers was in that discussion with Devontae Adams. They were talking about where's the jam session. Should be home watching the jam session. So getting my ass kicked out here. Anyways, we've got hockey tonight. NHL, as they like to call it. The Jets went down in a heap, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out, Lightning. We got the Blue Jackets skating 4 against the Penguins. Got the Coyotes against Vegas. Calgary against the worst name in sports.
Predators.
Predators. Avalanche against the Capitals. And the Ducks at the Pond versus the Red Wings.
At the Pond, it's crazy.
It is the Pond, right? Isn't it the Pond?
Yeah, it actually was. Yeah.
I was actually called the Pond.
Yeah, before it was the Honda Center, it used to be the Arrowhead Pond.
It's the Pond, right?
That's crazy. That's a good name. They should have kept it.
It's better than Honda Center.
Yeah.
It's still the Pond to me.
I think it was Arrowhead.
I think it was just the Pond.
No, but there was something before Pond. I remember that. But yeah, these ones, I'm gonna take the Calgary Flames, even money. Predators are one of two teams right now on the NHL's do not bet list. Just been one of the most disappointing teams in the NHL for all the moves, all the money they spent in the offseason. To have a 5-12 record out of the gate, it's not where the team wanted to be. Calgary plays their best hockey at home. Nashville's lost 5 straight on the road. So give me Calgary. And give me Vegas against the Utah Hockey Club. Just because.
Any hockey for you, Costa?
No. No, sir.
He's too focused on the fight.
I'm focused on the fight, focused on NBA, focused on the weekend, college and pro. No interest in NHL. Only time I really ever do NHL, not me personally, but if some of my groups actually release the games from just an edge side, then we give them out, but there's no handicapping that goes into it.
For me, I would lay the puck line with the Avs. I know the Capitals got a good record, but them Avs, they starting to show them signs of them tendencies of that dominant home team that we know they are. They've now won 4 or 5 at home, 4 straight. Or no, they won 4 straight at home. 3 or 4 of them on that puck line. The line tell you everything you need to know. Don't fall in love with the record, man. When they get the rolling, that's a team I like to rock with. Give me the Avs puck line.
Well, the Caps have had a heavy home schedule.
It sets up even better. So one team.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's why people fall into it. You see, they played like the majority of their games at home so far this year.
I don't choose it. What you mean? I don't choose a lot of hockey games. Not true. Talking to the comments. I don't choose a lot of hockey games, but when I do lock in, sometimes we be hidden, bro. I mean, this is one of them ones. Like if I were to have a premium today, I'm telling you, I would go Avs puck line. Comfortable at one team, comfortable at home. One team coming off, a pretty decent homestand. Yeah. The Avs and the Nuggets. It's the same thing as the Nuggets. They go stupid, dummy, crazy.
I was just going to say, Jay uses the same analogies from
all arena.
Well, they're all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah.
I had to go see for myself.
Quick revenge game.
I saw them stars up there in that ball arena. We did get the dub in that game, but you could feel the vibes up there, man. Shout out Ball Arena. Shout out the Rockies, man. Any pucks for you today, man?
I'm still thinking about it. I like the Red Wings.
What happened? Came back. I've been on the show in 4 days. Now we're starting off with hockey.
You like to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's either we do it now or we're not going to do it.
It's like the dish. It's like the dishes.
Kind of like we decided to get it out of the way.
I call that the Brad effect.
Shout out, Brad.
Shout out, Brad.
I really didn't even see what happened yesterday. It was what happened in college hoops. Did my teams come through? Let me see. Mississippi Valley State got taken behind that shit. Like we knew.
They're consistent year after year.
Got taken behind that fucking shit.
Year after year.
Grand Canyon didn't show up. South Dakota didn't show up. Who was the other one? There was one more, I thought. Oh, and the Salukis lost. Damn. I told y'all, man. That's why I'm. It's early. I ain't jumped in yet. I gotta see it.
Salukis covered.
They covered though.
Easy covered.
Oh, the line was what 12?
Yeah, it was way too.
Oh yeah, they did.
I had the Salukis premium.
The Sleuts. They're the Sleuts.
Shout out to Salukis, man.
Sleuts.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sleuts.
That's enough.
Cassie loves them some.
I like. I don't listen. I have this now, but before this, I love the Sleuts.
Who?
Jesus.
This is a bit that's not working.
No,
Yeah, you're too old. You just don't get what a sleut is.
No, I don't get it. Not playing.
I'll send you the Urban Dictionary.
Nice. Oh, we're not going there.
After the last time we went down that road,
We've been down in rabbit holes like
So when we went that,
that's what she said.
on someone's chest or something, take a shit
Yeah, that
on
was
it.
called
It's
a
like, I'm not playing that game
the
anymore.
Cleveland Steamer.
Oh, stop. Like, I mean, I saw shit there that in that Urban Dictionary that no one should ever have to talk about, man. I mean,
The sleuths.
who even comes up with this stuff? Oh my god, man. Sleuths. All right, I'm gonna look it up. Urban Dictionary.
Jay, well, Jay knows, but Mitch, you know what a dot is?
No. Sleuths. A sleut, spin-off of the word slut. The word sleut is used in context to work in front of an actual slut to keep the dumb bitch or politically correct work from bitching at HR, so it can be used dynamically to reflect a cracked out whore that you'd consider sleeping with after a line of coke and a 12-pack.
The best
Man, that sleut is ugly. Give me a couple more beers. It's on.
That's what I'm saying. The Salukis
The
are now
best part of
sleuths.
this whole thing is Mitch reading the definition. Like
Okay. Mitch likes it finished really good.
Can I get the country of origin, please?
Bobby, April 27, 2004.
The sleuths. The Salukis are now the
It's
sleuths.
like we have the Urban Dictionary spelling bee.
Oh my god, get the sloot mug. They have a mug, it says sloot.
That's gonna be Mitch's Christmas present.
It has, on the front, it has the word
on it.
sloot, and then on the back, it has the thing I just read, a spin-off of the word slut. The sloot is used in context.
What is something about an HR person? She's a sleut. So it's like the formal way of saying it.
Or politically correct at work from bitching at HR.
Oh.
Nice.
That's why we don't have nice things.
Yeah, crack me up, bro.
I don't wake up thinking about these things.
Bullshit.
I don't. It just spins out of here.
There's like a whole gamer lingo here. This Urban Dictionary, it's taking an ugly turn.
I don't know if I want to know what else spins out of there.
Sleuths.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, do you know what a smut is?
Oh,
That's a good one.
Oh my God.
All right, smut.
A slut and a mutt mixed together. It's a smut.
Sexual maturity under text. Wait, you read smut too? Yes, of course. It satisfies my needs.
That's not right.
That's what it says in the Urban Dictionary. 2,304 thumbs ups on that definition.
This is what happens when you start with hockey. I'm not focused. And this is where
That sounds like a you problem.
I said me.
We got North Texas versus Texas San Antonio. That's UTSA for those who playing at home.
That's
Colorado State versus Wyoming. Washington versus UCLA. And we've got Arizona against Houston. Chris, what's going to happen here?
It was just everyone you said UCLA. I remember there was an episode of Married with Children on that I was just watching where Kelly Bundy opens a calendar. She's like, "It's the boys of UCLA count." Next is the boys of USC. Give me Wyoming plus the 9.5. I think this one's going to be close. Wyoming's got their running back in the fold, Harrison Whaley. He's been solid. He's been a big reason why Wyoming's had any sort of success when they have. Colorado State, they just got to keep winning just to try to hold on to a spot in the Mountain West title game. And I think that, they win here, but I think they win by a touchdown. I think it's just an ugly Friday night game. So give me Wyoming plus the points. And give me Washington at home. I know this UCLA UCLA offense has improved in recent weeks, but Washington's defense still the best in the country against the pass from a yardage perspective. I think they slow them down here. I think Washington gets the winning cover at home.
Costi?
The only one I'd like here is UCLA, and I get it. They've struggled on the road. They're 1-3. I just think 4.5 is too much. And this UCLA team, when they went on that stretch, when they lost 5 in a row, they lost to Indiana, who's good, if not great at this point. They lost to LSU, Oregon, Penn State. I mean, what a month they had. I mean, those are all teams that are probably
Big Ten, shitty overrated Big Ten teams that
Oregon
haven't beat a ranked team among them, except for big deal. The guys who make the rankings don't watch the games. Oregon,
they're still tough opponents.
Right, Oregon is the only one of those teams that you mentioned that's beaten a ranked team.
LSU hasn't.
LSU, nope.
They haven't beaten a ranked team.
Nope.
They beat Ole Miss.
They didn't beat Ole Miss. Oh, yeah, they did. All right, so they beat one ranked team. LSU. One ranked win over ranked team over the lot of teams that you mentioned.
You just said the rankings don't matter.
They don't matter.
Back to my statement. They lost the games that they had a really tough stretch, and now they've pieced together 3 games in a row where they went to Rutgers, to Nebraska, and home against Iowa. I just like the 4.5 in my back pocket. I know they're not good on the road, and Washington thrives at home, but I think it's going to be a very close game, and I'd rather have the points in my back pocket.
Costa, you ignorant sloot. I'm going to jump on Washington on the money line here at home. They've won 18 in a row at home in Husky Stadium, so there's no reason to even mess around with the points. I can see a path with UCLA. Of course, if you're hopping from team to team, bed to bed, like the way you handle your personal life. But I think for me in this one, I'm just going to roll with Washington on the money line. They've won 18 in a row at Husky Stadium. I think they make it 19 here. These home winning streaks, they die hard. I also like Houston against Arizona. This team, I had cast them off early in the season. I couldn't believe it when they were favored against UNLV, but they've actually played really good football recently, including last week beating the crap out of Iowa State, right? Was it Iowa State or Kansas State? Both, right? They beat both. They beat Kansas State 24-19 as 13-point dogs. Beat them outright, beating Utah the week before that, TCU. I mean, these guys are rolling. I like the way Houston's playing. Big money program. I don't like the way Arizona's looking these days in post-Jeb Fish era. I also agree with Ruffalo. I'm going to take Colorado State over Wyoming. Wyoming's just been anemic this season. Anemic, man. I don't even understand why the line moved from 10 to 9.5. I think it's just a gift. It's a gift from the college football gods. It's like, I don't even understand how they crossed the 50 in this game. I mean, let's take a look at some of the rankings of this Wyoming squad. Offensively, 109th in yards per scrimmage. They are 116th in completion percentage, or 130th in completion percentage. 51.6% of the passes. They stink, man. They stink. Colorado State is headed in the right direction. It's a good team, man. Don't let their win over Texas fool you. They didn't peak then. The Texas game was a lot closer than the score. It was a lot closer. It was. I mean, the scoreboard might have said 52-0, but I'm telling you, it looked more like 47-0 to me. You know, the eye test. Jay?
I'm on North Texas against UTSA.
72.5 on the total in that one. 10 touchdowns and change.
I like the over as well. No defense be played in this football game. Track meet, back and forth affair. But I think in that style game, North Texas pulls it out. I know they're coming off 3 straight L's, but they played – that was the meat and potatoes of their schedule. They played the toughest teams. Now, I think a step down in competition, a get-right spot, if you will, for North Texas. They're favored on the road for a reason. I know UTSA beat Memphis in their last one, a team that, you know, North Texas lost to, but I'm not going to overcomplicate it. North Texas is the better football team. I think they win the game. I'm also with Mitch on Houston against Arizona. Arizona, they got a good quarterback, good receiver, but outside of that, man, this team has been drastically disappointing this season on a losing streak, and I don't necessarily see it ending here. Houston, I've liked what I've seen from them now in back-to-back weeks. I think they have a legitimate shot to come here and win this game outright. So I'm on the Cougars and I'm on the Mean Green.
All right. Next up, we go to college hoops. We'll break it down into a couple different segments because we've got quite a bit here, quite a lot of meat on the bone. Charleston Southern versus Texas Rio Grande Valley. That's the Vaqueros. Tennessee Tech against VMI, the Keydets. Stonehill against, sounds like a wine, right? Like a fine vintage of Stonehill.
Stonehill Estates.
Our finest.
Sir, which Grigio would you like with your dinner tonight? Oh, give me the Stonehill Estates, please.
Chris, can you send a box of Stonehill over to table?
Oh, a box.
Sure, we'll get you a new. We'll crack open a new box.
Yeah, Chris is the grand sommelier. He is.
Oh man, Holy Cross versus Chart. Got Western Michigan versus SIU Edwardsville. Winthrop versus William and Mary. Got to play against both of them. Villanova versus Virginia. It's the Neptune Farewell Tour. Florida State. Michigan, TCU, William Lease will not be suited up for that one. Rutgers versus Monmouth. Don't check your New Jersey betting apps. Not available to New Jersey residents. God, no. Oh, no. We'll stop there. Everything before 6 p.m. Eastern. There's a lot of good games in this slot. Costi, what do you think?
I like Virginia here. Villanova is just ass. I mean, I just don't trust this team. And Virginia quietly under the radar. I know they haven't been covering just because they're laying such big numbers here, but I think the defensive prowess of Virginia is going to stifle Villanova, and we should be able to get the cover here. I'll take the 4.5.
I'm going to roll with Michigan over TCU. I'm still going to hold William Lease against. I'm going to hold it against TCU probably for the rest of my life. So Dusty May taking over at Michigan. I think they have a really good team. I don't know how they lost that game to Wake Forest, man. I watched it. Still not sure how they lost. I like Florida State over Florida, man. I'm just against pedophile creeps, stalkers like Florida's coach. The shoe fits, wear it. I also like Virginia over Villanova on the Neptune Farewell Tour. And everyone knows I'm all over Rutgers this year, man. I freaking love them. Love them. Love Rutgers. Love them. Want to marry them. And why not? God, no way. Jay, anything in this slot for you? Muted.
Small lean on Charleston Southern. First game on the board against Rio Grande Valley. I know they've had a tough schedule, Creighton and Nebraska, to start their season, but, bro, this team was ass last year. Now laying points on the road with them just because they played two tough teams on the road, I'm not ready to do that. So, I haven't put my eyes on this team yet this season, but just based on recent memory, laying points with that team on the road, you asking to get your money took.
The most beautiful thing these eyes have ever seen.
And I'll rock with Mitch. Give me Florida State. Give me them boys money line. They need some good vibes down there right now with how trash that football team looking. So maybe the basketball team gives them some excitement this season. Give me Florida State money line. In-state rivalry. Florida got all the extracurricular going on. Seemed like a decent spot.
Chris, anything in this salute you like?
That's gonna be the new thing. Yeah, give me Virginia as well. This Villanova team just looks disinterested a lot of the time, and nothing's gonna make things worse like playing a team like Virginia that's just gonna punch you in the mouth and just drag you down for 40 minutes. So I think Virginia's live here. Take the 4.5, but I'll take Virginia money line as well. I think they shut down Villanova here. So give me Virginia.
Good story. No Tony Bennett. Got Elon, the Teslas versus that's last lot. Teslas versus Gardner-Webb. South Carolina Upstate versus UNC Wilmington. Seahawks. Princeton versus Loyola. Chicago. ODU versus Maryland Eastern Shore. I think Eastern Shore's got a live shot at that one, man. Charleston versus FAU. Brown versus New Hampshire. Manhattan versus Fordham. South Florida versus Sun's finest, West Georgia. Air Force versus Belmont, the Bruins. Butler versus SMU. How high is the basket at Hinkle Fieldhouse, Chris?
Not high enough.
It's 10 feet, same height as our gym back at Hickory. Furman versus Tulane, Paladins. Cincinnati versus Nicholls State. Nice to see the Bearcats good again. I mean, they freaking that coach. Purdue versus Alabama. They played last year, right, in the tournament. Purdue won. Iona versus Vermont. Bob Morris versus Lindenwood. Quinnipiac versus Maine. BC versus Temple. Marist versus Army. High Point versus UAB. 7 o'clock time slot. Is it me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with South Florida over West Georgia. It's a directional, game, but I'm going to go with the South over the West. West Georgia, first year in Division I, 2-1 against the number. I think they get thumped something real good in this one. Thumped up on the side of the head. I like Florida Atlantic against Charleston. The post-Pat Kelsey era. I like Loyola against Princeton. I think Princeton's good, but I think Loyola is better. And I think that's about it for me in this slot. Maybe Virginia Tech plus the points against Penn State. Oh, that's next slot. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna take. Where was I just lost my place. Give me. Yeah, I like that South Florida play. Give me Robert Morris, Bobby Moe against Lindenwood. Yeah, Lindenwood back to back for both teams, but I mean Lindenwood's been terrible for much of the season. Their lone win against the St. Louis School for Pharmacy, 98-30. Yeah, that's not doing much. Got crap kicked in by New Orleans and Oklahoma. Robert Morris, you have to back, but they have a serious edge in rebounding. I think they take care of business. Give me Robert Morris. And give me Temple against Boston College. This Temple team's ridiculously athletic, and Boston College might be the worst team in the ACC this season. So give me Temple, money line.
Costi?
Did we skip the John Jay College of Criminal Justice?
Might have.
There's no line on the game. It's the same thing as the pharmacy school that Chris just mentioned. John Jay College of Criminal Justice. We're playing Fairfield. No line there.
I'll take John Jay.
Jay's gone. John Jay. Who do I like in this? I like Alabama here. I don't mind laying the points. I think Purdue is overvalued. They haven't played anybody. Alabama returned the guards, which in college basketball, if you have good guard play, guys like Sears who came back. I mean, he is one of the better players in college basketball. And I'll lay the 2.5 here. I'm not worried about it. I think the line's only 2.5 just because Purdue's just beat up on terrible teams. I don't trust this Purdue team. So I like Alabama. And the other one, I'll take Quinnipiac at home. Both the games they lost were on the road. I just don't think this main team will be able to stick with them. I had Quinnipiac a lot last year in specific spots and rode them, and they returned some guys as well. So I'll take them as well, laying the 7. I don't think it matters. They win by double digits. That's it for me in this slot.
All right. We got Virginia Tech against Penn State. Weird without Padula and Couture. Just seems creepy around there. It feels so empty.
It's a ghost town. It's so hollow.
Couture hasn't lost a pro game yet. Undefeated.
And Padula's at
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
With what's his name? Chris
Beard.
Chris Beard. Then you got North Carolina Central up against Georgia Southern. Are they SWAC or MEAC? They're MEAC, aren't
MEAC.
they? Yeah, MEAC. Kings of the MEAC.
I keep getting confused with some of the MEAC and SWAC teams. I keep looking for them, and I'm like, wait a second, no, they're in the other one.
Oh, we'll be getting our SWAC Mondays. SWAC Mondays, baby. Swaction. Costi has no idea what he's in for.
Yeah.
Was he here last year for the SWAC? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Getting his SWAC on. He's reading. What are you reading, Costi, people?
He's here for the article.
Leaked script from the Tyson fight.
Who's the sexiest man alive this year?
Nick Saban.
What's the leaked script say?
The opening bell rings and Tyson, showing flashes of his old form, immediately stalks forwards, his signature bob and weave style. Paul maintains distance. Let me just.
That is Tyson.
Let me just skip to the end here. It's a lot. Winner, Jake Paul by KO in round 5.
Wow. Is Tyson wearing socks or no socks for this one? I'm going to guess no socks.
Cutting off the ring effectively.
And the baddest man on the planet.
Fatigue's in for Tyson in round 4.
No way. No way.
Paul's footwork keeps him out of the range. The tide is turning in the 4th. Tyson fatigues. Press forward. This is in the 5th. He's against the ropes a lot. Tyson tries to weave away. Paul times him perfectly with a devastating right hand and catches him flush on the chin. Tyson's legs buckle and his warrior heart cannot beat the 10 count. Jake Paul wins by KO, round 5.
I'll tell you what, Hunter Couture might be my new favorite NBA player. He only has 4,000 Twitter followers. Extremely low for a professional athlete. I respect that. Memphis against Ohio. Penny. Georgia Tech versus Georgia. I'll tell you, who sucks is Georgia Tech, man. You suck. You suck. Pennsylvania versus St. Joseph's. Not available for betting for those of you in Pennsylvania. Not on the apps. Pitt versus West Virginia. North Carolina versus American. Maryland versus Marquette. Well, Marquette. Northwestern versus Eastern Illinois. Iowa versus Washington State. Washington State was in the tourney last year, remember? Good. North Alabama against Stanford. Wisconsin versus Arizona. DePaul versus Duccanees. Nuts. Gonzaga versus UMass Lowell. Great place to visit on acid. Texas A&M versus Ohio State. Those South Carolina fans wonder where Michi is. He's in Columbus. He's actually in College Station tonight. It's weird. I'm still getting my grips on the portal. UCLA versus Lehigh. Oregon State versus CSU Fullerton. And Cal Baptist versus LIU. The Sharks, no longer the Blackbirds, Chris. Jay, what do you think of this slot?
Give me Duquesne, money line against DePaul. I know.
Duccanees.
Maybe I'm still holding on to last year, but DePaul was ass. Duquesne was a tournament team.
They're terrible.
Right now, just because one team's 3-0, the other's 0-2, I think the narrative has kind of gotten out of hand here. I think there's some value on that Duquesne money line, aka Duccanees nuts. Let me get them boys plus 200. I'm also leaning towards Wisconsin. Outright money line, home dog. Just a double Arizona fade. You know what I mean? Fade them in college football, fade them in college basketball. The double fade. The line tells you everything you need to know. The 9th-ranked team in the nation, only favored by a bucket, basically on the road against an unranked team. If they were all that great, this line would be like 5 or 6. I don't trust them. I'm taking
Wisconsin. Always one of the most overrated teams, man. Always one of the most overrated teams.
That's fair. I'm gonna take.
Well, I can see why you go with the Batters. You know why? Bunch of white guys. You say bunch of like, and the thing about Wisconsin, they're not just a bunch of white guys. They're like the whitest guys, man. It's like BYU white guy, man. It is like Utah, BYU, Wisconsin, white guys.
Nah, you're right.
A lot of white guys.
So there would be let me see if there's anything else I lean towards.
Chucky Hepburn even left town.
I also would lean towards SMU, land 1.5 on Butler on the road. I think that's a good SMU team. SMU, moving to the new conference, like that really helped that program, bro. Like, that program, I'm telling you, they have money. They got more money than I think a lot of people realize. And they'll pay now because they're trying to be relevant again. So you see it in college football this season. think you're gonna see it in college basketball too. But SMU's been good in college hoops, so I'm gonna take them today. Favorite on the road for a reason.
Yeah, give me Penn against St. Joseph's, plus the points. These Big 5 games can usually be fairly tight, and I think Penn at least is solid enough to at least keep it competitive. I think St. Joe's wins, but I think they win by 5. So I'll take Penn in the points, and I'll take Marquette plus the 1.5. I just think that side by side, from a talent perspective, Marquette's the better team. And Shaka Smart is an underdog at Marquette, 22-12-2 against the number. So I'll take Marquette in the points.
Against Maryland?
Yeah.
Costi?
Completely on the opposite side here. I think this is the show up game for Maryland this year. Marquette lost a lot of talent to the draft. This is the game that's going to show, because they both played crappy opponents. Maryland has a really good player that's going to be a lottery pick. This guy Queen, he is a beast, double machine. You're going to see a lot more of him as we get into conference play. But at home on Friday night, the Xfinity Center, Maryland usually does really, really well in these spots. So I'm going to take Maryland for the win here. And I get a little laying a bucket's not going to matter. Just lay the money line.
Yeah, I think you might be barking up the wrong sloot here. I like
that he's catching on to it. I like it.
I like
what I like is that he's thrown it in different parts of speech to see where it fits.
Get my sloot on.
Where the sloot
on.
Yeah, I think, I like the way the Shaka Smart runs the program, man. I just think defense travels well, man. And Shaka, he doesn't play the portal game, he doesn't play the image licensing game, he doesn't play any of those things. He doesn't need to. He's above that. While Maryland, no, they'll hoard themselves out to wherever they can find their next bucket. I'm gonna roll with Marquette in this one. I like Ohio State, man. I think this is one of the most underrated teams in the nation. I'm not a big Ten guy, but I think Ohio State and Michigan are both beasts this year that are really flying under the radar. Michi, South Carolina was good last year, man. They had one guy, and he's on Ohio State this year. They're loaded, man. I think getting rid of the coach last year was just, brilliant. They didn't wait around. I think we kind of guilted him. We gave him a little nudge. We helped them make that decision, but we bashed him from before the season even started, right? That's the way that went. Texas A&M is traditionally slow starters. They're great on the offensive boards, right? They're always don't they always just erase teams on the offensive boards? You know why? Because they miss a million freaking shots, man. It's like they take a million shots and miss a million shots. So they lead in, they're the best offensive rebounders in college. Yeah, because they take 500 shots and they miss 498 of them, man. And 475 of them are from within 3 inches of the hoop. So, I could do that. Arizona's going to beat the shit out of Wisconsin. When your best player transfers to Louisville, it just sends a message to the whole rest of the team. I don't want to play with you guys. And that's what happened in Wisconsin. Chucky Hepburn off to Louisville, of all places. It's like Louisville won 5 games in the last 2 years. But, do you think they get free chicken there? You think the Colonel delivers? Get the Yum Center? 11 herbs and spices. We went through this list a bunch of times. Salt is definitely one of them. A lot of salt.
Oh, didn't we talk about them?
Yeah, we did. Salt, pepper.
Isn't celery seed one?
I think it could be, and I think there's also paprika.
Yeah, I could see that.
And more salt. What are the 11 herbs and spices? Man, this is What are they? They are. This is such a magical combination. It's paprika, garlic salt, ground ginger, white pepper, oregano, celery salt, dried mustard. Now, that was one that Zwacky pulled out of his ass. I don't know where he came up with it, but it was there. Basil, thyme, and more salt. Love their salt and their lemon and spices. Kasi, your friend of the Colonel? Frequent? Get a little bucket once in a while? Family size?
On a first name basis.
No? Don't do it?
No.
You don't pop in for maybe like, you don't get like the mashed potatoes and the gravy, two separate things. No?
I don't eat chicken with antibiotics anymore.
No chicken has antibiotics. It's it's illegal. It's illegal. No chicken has antibiotics. That is the biggest myth.
Then Chick-fil-A basically puts contraceptives in their chicken.
Contraceptive chicken.
Yeah, so my wife goes, "Don't eat. We're trying to get pregnant. Don't eat Chick-fil-A."
Jay, you're all set. Jay doesn't even use contraceptive.
Jay, you're good. You're good.
What came first, the chicken or the eggs?
Can't eat chicken. And I forgot. So I went to Chick-fil-A and I told her. She started yelling at me. I'm like, "Wait." And I reminded what she said.
The spices are mixed with 2 cups of flour to create the iconic KFC breading. Yeah, go to the Colonel, man. If you're not going to do Chick-fil-A, the Colonel's he's a genius. The man's a genius. Is there any more peppery thing in the world than the mashed potatoes at KFC? It's just like a big handful of pepper they drop in there. With that gravy, the biscuits.
I want to know, do you guys have hip hop chicken where you are?
Nope.
Jay, you have hip hop chicken in Texas? So they have this called the crack. It's a spice that they put on top, but they call it crack. I want to know what's in that, the ingredients in it.
You know what the break is?
Chicken crack.
You ever had the break?
Mm-mm.
No. I'm sure there's a couple people in our audience that have had
it. Onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, paprika.
Sounds like
sounds very similar.
Dried mustard.
Lemon pepper, cane sugar, salt, black pepper, lemon peel, navy beans, flour, and other spices.
Other spices.
It's called
chicken, dating profile.
It's called chicken crack. You could buy it. You could actually buy it.
Other spices.
Chicken crack.
Other spices.
Highly addictive fried chicken coating.
Yeah, the Colonel, man. The Colonel's been around forever.
Wheat flour, salt, corn flour, monosodium.
The Colonel ran unopposed for years. I mean, people wouldn't even.
Turmeric. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah. There we go.
Who's up? Did we cut Jay off? Sidetracked. Talking about sides. What other sides are available? Macaroni and cheese.
Corn.
It's a newer one. It's a newer one. Biscuits.
Their biscuits are really good. I'm not a dry biscuit guy. I needed a little bit of moistness to it. Can't be super dry.
See, a lot of this stuff is new, since I was going to the Colonel.
Since you partake in the
side sweets and sauces. cherry pie poppers, secret recipe fries, mashed potatoes and gravy. Now that's a staple. Mac and cheese, biscuit, coleslaw, the gravy, sweet
No,
corn,
you can't put coleslaw and gravy. No, separate them.
chicken drum, chicken thigh, chicken wing.
Now, just to be clear, I know, Mitch, you're not going to answer this, but this is for Chris and Jay. Are you a flats? Or you get chicken wing? What is it?
Drums.
Not flats?
No.
Wow. It all makes sense now. What about you, Jay?
Okay, first off.
Jay's not even here.
Actually, let Jay
Jay's
answer.
not playing. He's doing the jam, so he's texting.
Okay. Look, my thing is two things. First off, you get more meat with drums. Second of all, it's less work.
Yeah, but you don't just dip the whole thing and just peel it off in your mouth?
No. Okay, whoa. Calm down over there. No, it's just common sense. Like I said, you get more meat for what you're paying for. If you're paying for them, more meat for what you're paying for, and more surface area for whatever you're dipping it in.
I always request flats, and they always give me a little upcharge. But I bet if you request drums, they don't upcharge you.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Because they can. Did you do this slot, Jay? Did it? We're all done? Oh, yeah, he took duck and ease. Nuts. Did you do the slot, Chris?
I don't think so, but I'll do it quickly. Give me DePaul.
What were we talking about? What were we talking about again?
Yeah, no,
people have been killing me about the timestamps. I mean, there's some. It's like, and they're there every day. It's 3 days in a row. Mitch is so lazy.
The timestamps are there. I make sure that they're there.
You see the highlights now? You guys see that?
Yeah.
What? It says highlights.
Yeah.
Highlights.
Is that something that's auto-generated, or you guys
Probably.
put them in?
Oh,
nice.
Because
it automatic. It's basically does the timestamps for you automatically.
Well,
it's pretty cool. It's probably not as
not the timestamps we want, but
right.
Give me DePaul laying the points. It's not the same Duquesne team, and I think that DePaul's finally buying into actually having a coach for once. I know Chris Holtman's not necessarily one of our favorites, but he's better than what they've had in past seasons. And historically, where DePaul really struggles is Big East play. They actually do somewhat well in non-conference, but they crap the bed in Big East play. So I'll take DePaul. And oh yeah, I think I took Marquette there. Yeah, okay, so I'm good.
You think we should do like our own Tyson versus Jake Paul, have like Kirk versus Jack?
I'm training, so I'm ready to go. I haven't been punched yet, but I could throw punches. Only three sessions in. That was my 3rd ever session boxing. It's really fun.
All right, we go to the NBA.
Where's the jam session?
Indiana versus Miami. And Orlando versus Philadelphia. Jay?
Indiana for me here. I don't love the game, but it's Indiana, and I think Indiana's a better basketball team. You know, they had great success last year in the in-season tournament. They lost a heartbreaker in the first game of the day. So, I mean, of the in-season tournament. I just think this is the spot for Indiana to kind of lock in spot. I wouldn't be shocked if the Heat cover, because the Heat have been a decent cover team on the road. That's their spot the last 2 seasons combined. But I think this is a bounce back game for Indiana at home. And then on the flip side, I'm on the Magic. Magic favored at home. I'm just going to keep yelling the number at y'all until it just beats into y'all's head. Do not fade the Magic at home. 22-6 a season ago as home favorites. They've now covered in 4 straight games at home as home favorites. I don't know what else the Magic have to do at this point to y'all believe in them. And you just put them on we have a do not bet list. There's really should be a do not fade list as well. I'm on the Magic landing point.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Magic as well. I think the line flipped back. It was originally Philly favored, and now it's out to Orlando, and this is the role that they thrive in. I think Jay mentioned it. That's the home favorite. So give me Orlando laying the 2.5, or even just take them on the money line. I think it's still right minus 130. It's not terrible. Indiana, Miami. I'll lean towards Indiana, but I like the Magic much better of the two.
Yeah, I'm on both these teams that you guys are. I mean, everything you said is exactly my analytics on this game as well. I think Indiana's playing much better ball than the Heat at home. So I just think the Heat are just too inconsistent. I don't love the 4.5. I think it's definitely up there for a backdoor cover for the Heat, but it's Indiana or nothing for me. And same thing, like Jay said, Magic. It almost scares me why the line is only 2.5 and not 4, because Philly's just god awful, and the Magic have been covering 4 in a row now. They're back to their covering ways. They're on that extended homestand. This is the 5th game now in a row that they've played at home, and they've been undefeated at home. They've had all their losses on the road. It almost scares me why that line is only 2.5 and why it flipped.
I mean, Embiid and Paul George are playing. That's why they're playing.
2 best players on the court, man for man, player for player, roster for roster.
So I mean, that's why. So I mean, not really. I'm not scared of it.
Same here. Yeah, I'm riding with Orlando.
Oh man, please. I like Miami here all day and twice on Friday. It's like this is just a heat spot, you know. This is the hot spot. The world is on the Pacers. I'm taking Miami Heat. I'm trying to light them up, and of course, I'm taking the Sixers. The Magic, it's sucker's game.
Mitch, you're gonna learn, man.
I'm not learning anything.
You're gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn. You faded them 4 straight games at home, and they busted your ass every time.
Yeah, well, what about all the other games I faded them? They didn't bust me up all games. The Pacers beat them.
You keep talking. I'm talking about recently. I'm talking about
Magic are 6-7 against the number, man. I'm 7-6 against the number.
They're 4-0. They're 4-0 recently, though. They're 4-0 in the last 4.
Jay, let's call a spade a spade.
And the thing is like
call a spade a spade. Their ass
for them is at home. Like this is their spot. Like
I agree. Their ass.
You're gonna learn today.
You're gonna
learn today.
No Wendell Carter for the Magic either. They're dead.
I'm not saying you can't fade the Magic. I'm just saying you got.
I can fade the Magic, and I will fade the Magic.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
You're not the boss of me.
It's all right, Jay.
I'm just trying to help a friend, man.
You can't help them. You can't help them. You could just.
There's some people that just are going to do what they're going to do, whether you want to help them or not.
You can't help them.
That sounds like our meetings with my business partners. Nathan's like, I'm not going to say anything because you're not going to do anything I say. It's like he's resigned. It's like it doesn't matter what I say. We got the Raptors taking on the Pistons. Battle of bodily functions. We got the Spurs against the Lakers, the other Lake show. Chris?
Let's see here. Give me the Pistons. The Raptors, we're just not getting. I don't think we're getting enough points to take a shot with them in the underdog role. Near pick 'em. I'll take the Pistons. I think the Pistons one of those teams that's going to thrive in the NBA Cup. You know, you have a team that's won 15 games last year. It gives them something to play for early on in the season, and they're already showing signs of improvement with the roster they put together. So the Raptors are still banged up. I just don't want no part of this team. So give me the Pistons and give me the Spurs plus the points. The Lakers as the road favorite. No bueno. One and 8 against the numbers, a road favorite of 5 or less going back to last season. 2-7 straight up. This is the Spurs time to shine.
Oh, so boring, man.
Wemby gets a marquee game, nationally televised game.
This is 11 o'clock Eastern time starts, man. It make me a little bit tired by the time we get to Ruffalo's commentary.
Spurs money line.
Costi, talk some sense into this guy.
Yeah, I'm with the Pistons here. I'm definitely not in love with this game. I'm not obsessed anytime I have to take the Pistons as a favorite on the road. I mean, that is just it could go either way. I'm staying away from that game. Small lean on Detroit for me. They are the better team, but on the road in a different country, Jay complains that going through customs is such a big deal. So it's I'm just going to stay away from that altogether, but small lean on Detroit just for conversation's sake. And then I'm on the Lakers here. There's going to be a regression from Wemby going for 50 the game before. He's not going to do it back-to-back. In-season tournament, this is an elevated game. The Lakers want to get there. This is a big primetime game on TV, and I think it's going to go the other way. I am a little worried with day-to-day Davis with the plantar fasciitis. Do I think he's going to play? I think he's going to have a go. I think against Wemby, he's going to give it all he has to go. Even without him, I still like them anyway, but Lakers laying the points for me. I'm not worried about it. They win this game by double digits.
Lake Show for me, unbeaten in season tournament games. Unbeaten, untied. Unbeaten, untied.
Good God.
Undisputed champions. To be the man, you got to beat the man. I don't think the Spurs can beat anything except maybe, well, I was going to say a few words there. Decorum prevents me from using them. I hate this Pistons Raptors game. I was on the Pistons plenty this year, but it's like I'm kind of jumping ship here on them. I just think that Raptors have been pretty good against the spread, and I don't know. It's a coin flip game. I'll just take the home team. Jay?
I'm on the Pistons. They're the better team. Raptors as a cover team, yeah, I can rock with them, but they basically need to win this game. You need the Raptors to win this game is what you need, and that ain't happening. So, in-season tournament was built for teams like Detroit. We saw them pull one out of their ass the other night against the Heat. This game is probably going to be tightly contested again. It's not going to be like a fun game to sit there and just be watching if you're laying the points with Detroit. But I think in the end they do win the game. They probably win by like 3-4 points. So. I'm on the better team, the Pistons. They went out and got like older veteran guys to win games like this. So I'm on the Pistons. And then what was the other one here?
Lakers, Spurs.
I don't love that game. I would lean towards the Lake Show, but I don't love it. The reason I would lean Lake Show is because, like Mitch said, they are the defending NBA in-season tournament champions, and I just don't like the line. If it was 2.5, 2, I'd be on the Lakers, but 3.5 over a bucket make my stomach hurt. Maybe a parlay piece for Lakers money line for my parlayers out there because I know y'all parlaying. So give me a Lakers.
Why is it only 3.5? If it's supposed to be the Lakers, it should be like 5.5, 6.
The Spurs not bad. Like y'all need to wake up.
Hey, Chris, you had your turn, man.
The Spurs not bad. I'm awakened on the Spurs.
You smut, Chris.
Look, let me tell y'all what it is with Spurs. Let me tell y'all, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion. The minute Greg Pop got his ass up out of there, hey, shout out Greg Pop, get well soon. The minute he got out of there was the minute the Spurs got to playing Oh my God, this is how you're supposed to play basketball with Wemby. Oh my God. This the minute you got to seeing Chris Paul and Wemby really get to work in the pick and roll. This is, you know what I mean? They actually playing basketball now. Wemby not out there just shooting one-legged step back threes and shit no more. Like they're actually running an offense. So Wemby is a problem. Wemby is a top 10 player in this league, fam. So like
no chance.
Yes, he is.
No, he isn't.
Did you just not watch him just drop 50? Like you gotta
you gotta win games. You gotta drop 50 in a meaningful way.
You got to wake up, man. Wemby is a top 10 player right now in this league, and he has a great guard all time, the point guard.
Oh, God, please. The biggest loser.
I'm just being real, fam.
Like, they took the show off the air because they just have it in the NBA every other night.
Because Chris Paul's due for copyright infringement.
Them Spurs, they're a weird team. I've said this multiple times this season. Like they're going to lose games. Spurs are going to be that team that lose games they ain't got no business losing. And they also going to be that team that win games just out of nowhere. You're like, okay, I like what I'm saying.
Out of nowhere. They're going nowhere.
Matter of fact, I'm talking about Spurs money line tonight, bro. Fuck it.
Their ass.
Lakers taking their first loss. I'm talking myself into the Spurs, man. I'm on the Wemby train. I'm on the Chris Paul train. I like LeBron. I like Anthony Davis. Like, you know, they are the defending champs, but I don't feel comfortable landing 3 in the hook. So I'll take the dog here. I'll take the dog.
Yeah, oh man. My favorite slot machine too.
It's not a hype train thing. It's just this is not a premium bet either. I'm just letting y'all know this is not a premium bet. But I'm just letting y'all know, man. I'm just letting y'all know.
Jay, he's not going to be able to shoot threes like that and be on a lot of. You got to play in the paint.
Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening.
I'm listening. I'm watching the games.
I'm talking. The Spurs as a team are overrated and overvalued. The reason they're overrated and overvalued, though, is because they have a top 10 player on their team in Victor Wembanyama.
Top 10 on their team.
Yes.
Not top 10 in the league.
And so, no, top 10.
He's one of the top 10 players on their roster.
Because they have that, people think that they should be better than they are more often than not. But like I was just saying,
all right, let's go through it.
Like I was just saying,
let's go through it. Steph Curry or Wemby?
The way they were playing with Greg Pop at the helm, it was just
Shea or Wemby.
Let's see what he has. Let's see his raw potential. Now, actually,
Luka or Wemby?
Coach, they actually come down running.
Kyrie or Wemby?
Kyrie.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Jimmy buckets or Wemby?
Wemby right now.
That's Wemby. That's Wemby.
No way.
That was a bad one.
Hey,
Jason Tatum or Wemby?
Jason Tatum.
I take Wemby in that one. He's like
Anthony Davis or Wemby.
Jerry Jeudy or Wemby. It's like he's a couple rungs below Kuzma.
I'm saying Wemby over Anthony Davis.
I'm taking Wemby over Anthony Davis right now today too. You flip Wemby and put him on the Lakers, bro. They are
Kevin Durant or Wemby.
Right now today, like right now,
healthy.
Right now today,
healthy Durant.
Wemby.
Oh God.
Devin Booker or Wemby.
Wemby.
Booker.
Wemby.
Here's a good one. Donovan Mitchell or Wemby?
Wemby.
Donovan Mitchell.
Paolo Banchero or Wemby?
Wemby.
Love the Magic.
That's Wemby.
What about
Giannis or Wemby?
Giannis.
Joker or Wemby?
Joker.
That's 10 right there.
No, it's not. It's like 5.
Kawhi when healthy?
No,
Kawhi when healthy or Wemby? Embiid or Wemby?
Embiid.
Yeah, so it's more than 10.
No, that's not. That's like 6.
I think
Luka, we did, right?
All right,
Luka.
I'll just run you down my list. I'll run y'all down my top 10. Luka 1, Jokic 2, Shea 3, Curry 4. We'll probably go
Tatum.
No.
Probably go. It's like now these next ones.
Anthony Edwards or Wemby? Edwards.
I don't know. Wemby
sucks, dude.
Wemby. Y'all, that's the thing. Y'all are attaching Wemby to the Spurs. Like,
we're not. We're just going top 10 guys in the league. He's not top 10.
No, we're just going by the guys that we like.
Yes, he is. He's top 10.
We're just going on nothing to do with what they do on the court. Just with who they are.
I'm just telling you. I got him. I think right now I got Wemby 10th. I got Wemby 10.
Why? Because he beat the shit out of Britney Spears?
No, because I watch NBA basketball games. Like this is a 7, whatever the fuck he is, and he can do everything.
Siakam or Wemby?
Wemby in his sleep.
Halliburton or Wemby?
I know. See, Wemby. This is the thing, though. I know.
Julius Randle or Wemby?
What y'all saying? I know y'all not sitting there.
Markkanen or Wemby?
I know
for
y'all not watching. Y'all the same people sitting there looking at stats and trying to incorporate what stats mean to situations.
Let's find 10 white guys who are better than Wemby.
Games, bro.
Jay's 10 white guys that are better than Wemby
right now in the league.
Connect.
You're insane.
Jay, we'll go with 10 white guys that are better than Wemby.
Luka, Joker.
I think Luka, Joker, Markkanen.
Tyler Hero.
Markkanen gets injured when someone picked his nose. How are you going to say he's better than Wemby?
JJ Redick.
Oh God.
Hunter Couture. 4,000 Twitter followers.
Zach Edey.
Yeah,
I think anyone.
Cooper Flag's better than Wemby now.
No, he's not. Ricky Rubio. James Wiseman or Wemby?
Peja Stojakovic or Wemby?
His son is on he's on Cal.
He's on someone good.
Yeah, he's on someone good. He's good. He was McDonald's All-American too. He's good too.
He was on Stanford.
Yeah, I think he's on Cal now.
So, one more time, I'm trying to think my top 10. It goes Luka 1, Jokic 2, Shea 3. Then I would probably go Giannis 4. I would probably go
LeBron 5.
Curry 5.
LeBron
6. Tatum 7. I would go probably Embiid 8.
Durant.
I would go
Ben Simmons.
I would go Wemby 8. I would go KD 9.
What?
10. That's probably how mine goes.
Talking about.
And then like Jaylen Brown probably 11.
I'll say it for you. In
serious.
what world?
Man? How are you gonna put him in front of KD?
Bro, are you watching the games?
Like, if you needed a player this year,
when's the last Spurs game you watched?
I watched it the other night.
When
he dropped 50.
Then if you watch that game, then you can't have that.
A good player, but he
can't have that opinion if you watch that game. You
not
can't.
top.
Bankero had 50 the other day, also.
You can't.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Bankero had 50 also.
He's not.
Michael Jordan dropped 50 like it was nothing, and you think like he was nobody. You know.
Different opinions, man. You can't equate the Spurs to Wemby. You can't. If you
you kind of can.
You put Durant over Wemby.
Let me ask you this. If you put Wemby right now on the San Antonio, if you put Wemby right now on the Phoenix Suns, are they not title favorites?
You put Durant on the Spurs, they have more wins than they have with Wemby this year.
Yep.
But that's not the argument.
Jay is a CP3 apologist too.
On the Suns, they don't have more wins.
That's not the argument. That's not what we're talking about. That's what I'm saying. You keep trying to equate the Spurs to Wemby.
I'm not saying Spurs.
You keep trying to equate the Spurs to Wemby.
He's not there yet. He will, but he's not there yet.
I'm telling you right here, right now. If he was on any other team, you would clearly see it, and it wouldn't even be a question. So it's like he's on probably the worst roster in the West. Like
because he's on it.
No, because all right, I'm done arguing with y'all. Y'all's hoops analogy.
Well, if he's not part of the solution, he's part of the problem. I mean, you love CP3. He's your guy, man.
It's all good, man. Y'all lack vision in this argument. It's okay.
That's fine.
And I don't have and y'all won't change, so there's no point.
No, I'm not changing. No, I'm not. I mean, I faded the Celtics all the way to the title last year. Speaking of Wemby, we got the Hawks against the Wizards and OKC against Phoenix. Oh, we skipped the slot. Skipped the slot. Yeah. We'll come back to it. We could go here, though. Who's up? Costi?
Wizards for me. I have also not relapsed, and I feel like I'm doing really good. One day at a time, fading the Hawks. Wizards for me. They've been decent in this spot where they're getting 9 to 12 to 13 points. So take the Wiz here, fading the Hawks like I do as much as I can. Big matchup at Oklahoma City. Normally, it would scare me just how well Phoenix has been playing, even without Durant. But I just saw them get blown out at Sacktown. Thunder Buddies for me. Friday night, big game. They're playing amazing defense. Jalen Williams is playing incredible on the defensive side. He's doing everything for that team right now, and it's scary. Even without Chet, they are playing just good team ball, and they have so much chemistry. I think it's going to be too much for Phoenix to overcome. Thunder Buddies for me.
Thunder Buddies for me, and the Wizards fading the Hawks like Hawk Wednesday, man. Fading their ass, taking Thunder as well. I think that one's easy money. Jay?
Hawks for me. I mean, not Hawks for me. Fading the Hawks for me. Their ass. Number one team on the do not bet list. Coming off beating the Celtics. It's a perfect spot to fade them. The Wizards, I know they're hot ass. The Wizards have been blown out by everybody recently, but Wizards got 2 wins this season. Both of them are against the Atlanta Hawks. They match up well with the Hawks. Hawks are overrated and overvalued. Hawks shouldn't be laying double digits on anybody. So, and all the money on the Hawks, everybody just forget. How soon y'all forget. Last 2 seasons combined, the Hawks are still by far the worst money-making team in the league. Fading their ass. I'm on the Washington Wizards, and I'm taking the Wizards money line. If they beat them twice already this season in both meetings, will make me think that they can't do it again for the 3rd straight time. So especially with how bad they've been playing, so lock-in spot for Washington. And then I'm on the Thunder Buddies as well. I'm a little nervous about this Thunder Buddies game. I think we're going to start to see the Chet injury kind of catch up to them here soon. And that's a lot of lumber to lay on the Suns team that has been hooping. Like, even when they I know they've been banged up, but they still been hooping. They're on the road. So I do lean Thunder in this game. I'm just telling y'all, I don't feel as comfortable with it without Chet.
Yeah, I'm taking the Wizards points and money line as well. Jay summed it up. Two wins for the Wizards this season, both against the Hawks. I think they can make it 3 as well. And I'm going to take the Thunder as well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They just keep winning games by margin. The Suns, their lone win without Kevin Durant came against Utah. And then the 2 losses against, above average teams. They played the Sacramento Kings and lost both by double digits. So give me the Thunder. I think the Thunder pull away and win this one by 10 plus.
Got the it's Costi's though? No.
I already went.
Got the Bulls and the Cavs and the Nets and the Knicks. Is it me?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Nets any day over the Knicks. Overrated, overvalued, over crappy. I'll take the Nets in that one. Cover machine. Man, they're just super talented from top to bottom. I take almost any one of their starting 5 over Wemby right now. And let me go with the Bulls against the Cavs. I'm off the Cavs train. I think the books have caught up with them. Jay?
I'm on the Knicks. Laying the points. Knicks are overrated. They are overvalued, but they are better than the Nets. The Nets, I really didn't like what I saw from them in their last game. They were in it until they weren't, and I kind of got that feeling about today's game is going to be the same. Like, they're going to be in it until they're not. The Knicks are going to fake extend this game late. This is not a premium. I'm not rushing to the window to lay double digits with New York, but when it's all said and done, I think it's probably a 12-point win for them. And then what was the other one?
Cleveland, Chicago.
Chicago. Booze. Fading their ass. I'm on the Cleveland Cavs. Cavs return home, in-season tournament, yet to lose a game. I'm riding Cleveland till the wheels fall off. Until I have a reason to fade them, I'm not going to, bro. Until they lose, I'm just going to keep riding them. So that's my thoughts here. Give me Cleveland, double-digit win.
I'm going to take the Bulls and the points. I think my reason, too, is the fact they've been kind of getting caught playing with their food a little bit lately. 3 straight wins by single digits, 3 straight non-covers. They were laying 11 against the Sixers, won by 8. They laid 8 against the Bulls in Chicago, won by 6. 12.5 against the Nets at home, won by 5. The Bulls covered 3 straight head-to-head, and they're starting to play a little bit better. They've won back-to-back road games. I'll take a shot on the Bulls plus the points. And I'll take the Nets and the points. I'm still thinking that the Knicks are flawed. The Knicks are broken. And Brooklyn's been scrappy as an underdog. And as a favorite of 7 or more this season, the Knicks have lost both games outright. So give me the Nets and the points.
Costi.
Yeah, I'm on the Bulls as well here. I think that Cleveland wins this game, but being 13-0 is extremely difficult, and having to keep that pace of winning, and now your spreads are going to be inflated, is just going to be really hard for them. We've kind of seen that the last 3 games with them not covering. They're getting the job done. They're winning. They're fighting it out, but they have a target on their back, and I think the Bulls are going to keep it close, and double digits in the NBA, I think is I'd rather have the +10 in this situation and start fading them in these double-digit spreads rather than taking them at home and having them pull out these huge victories. So I think Cleveland wins a game, but Chicago gets the cover. And I'm on the Nets as well. New York hasn't proven anything to me this season that they are a caliber that should be laying 10 at home. Yes, the Nets haven't been great in the last game, but overall their body of work, they've covered 9 games. They've only not covered 3 of them. They're not terrible on the road. It's basically a home game for them, not a lot of travel. So Friday night at the Garden, I think the Nets keep it close. I wouldn't be shocked if the Nets won this game outright. That's how bipolar the Knicks are this year. I'm on the Nets +9.5.
All right. Next up, we got the Pelicans and the Chicken Nuggets. We got the Rockets and the Clippers. Jake.
Rockets at home for me. Rockets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. So it's really not that complicated. I know it's a quick revenge spot for the Clippers, but it's fuck the Clippers respectfully. Unless we have a reason to fade Houston in Houston, we're just not doing so. I forgot the number off the top of my head. It's like 17-7-1, 18-7-1, or something like that for the Rockets.
Exactly.
Yeah, 18-7-1, I think is what it is. So give me Houston. I think they beat them up again. And then what was the other one? Pelicans, Nuggets?
Yeah.
It's Nuggets for me. It's not a premium. Nuggets on the road laying points make my stomach hurt, but the Pelicans are on the do not bet list. To me, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a Nuggets money line game, is what it is. I wouldn't be shocked if the Nuggets won this game by like 3 points. And then looming over this game, Jokic's game time decision with personal issues. So it's like, it's just one of them, fellas. It's one of them games where it's like, it's not a Nugget spot. So it's like, we don't have to bet it. I like them tonight. They should win the game. They are the better team, but it's not their spot. So it's like, it's not a must bet. Even y'all finna start seeing from me on the premium side, we finna cut it way down. We were trying to hit a lot early in the season. We're finna cut it down and specifically attack certain spots and situations. So although I like the Nuggets, they should win the game. We know laying points with them on the road is not necessarily their spot. So we can't turn around and get mad at them tonight if they win the game by 3 points, 2 points, and don't cover. Pelicans are on the do not bet list, so we for sure not even looking in the direction of the Pelicans. They're a fade. I'm just letting y'all know what it is with the Nuggets. So I lean that way, but there we go.
Give me the Rockets as well. Jay laid out the number for you as a home favorite. The Rockets just been money going back to the start of last year. And Pelicans Nuggets, I'm going to go with the under 220. Reason, the Pelicans are on the do not bet list because they can't score 100 points or less in 3 of their last 5. And Denver, especially if Jokic isn't playing, because there's still a possibility they might not, because of those personal reasons. Denver, I think, shifts to a more defensive-minded style of play. I think under 220 is the way to go in that one.
Costi.
I'm with Jay on this one. This Nuggets game scares me. It's Nuggets or nothing for me. I'm not going to bet this game, especially with the game time decision for Joker. This screams to me like just a 3-point win, last second bucket to get within that 5-3 range. I don't like there's so many good opportunities on the board today. There's no reason to even touch it, but it's Denver or pass for me. And same with Jay. Rockets at home. Yes, it's the quick revenge here, but this is the team that when you can get them at home with a 4.5-point spread in this situation, the Clippers, you saw them. They were close for roughly 3 quarters, and then Houston just pulled away and just blew them out. They're the better team anyway. I'm not worried about the spread here. I like the Rockets at home.
I'm on the Pelicans. I don't like the way this is shaping up right now. So
I don't either. I really don't.
I like the Pelicans. It's like this line's just dropping like crazy. And I'm not usually making decisions based on that. I think this is one of those cases where if you don't, you feel like you saw it all the way and I didn't do it. And then the other one, I'm going to take the Rockets against the Clippers. I don't love this one either. This in-season tournament games, boy, they were super doggy earlier this week. So I'll roll with the Rockets here, but I'll tread very, very lightly. Got our last games of the night. Sacktown taking on the House of Disappointment. And we got the Warriors up against the Grizz. Chris? What do you say for yourself?
The only one of these two I like is the Warriors laying the points. Even then, it's just a lean for me with the Warriors. The Grizzlies are used to playing without John Morant, but this is still a really banged up Grizzlies team, and against a Warriors team that's at pretty much full strength. I think they take care of business at home. Win this one by double digits. I like the form that the Warriors are in right now.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. Warriors for me. This Memphis team, even though they, I saw them play against the Lakers the other night, and they'll put up points, but the Lakers are not nearly as good as the Warriors, and the Warriors are playing extremely good ball right now as a team. They've been covering a lot of games, and they're just in the groove, and they can win on the road and at home, and that's unusual opposed to other years. It's always one or the other. This team is just firing on all cylinders, and I'm not getting in front of that train. I'm laying the 7.5 with Golden State. I'm laying off this Minnesota-Sacramento game. I mean, Sacramento hasn't proved anything, and Minnesota is very bipolar as well, where they win games, but then they get blown out by crappy teams, like going to Portland and losing back-to-back. I mean, it's just embarrassing. So I'm staying away from that game altogether.
I'm going to take I'll take the Kings at home against the Timberwolves, getting the points, not laying points on the road with Timberwolves. It's like we see them play good and bad, and it's kind of like when you expect them to be good, they're bad. When you expect them to be bad, they're good. I just expect them to be bad now. So I'm just going to take the Kings in this one, and then I'll roll with the Warriors. I don't love this one. I think I could see a backdoor cover here all the way. Jake?
I'm on the Grizz. Everybody a little too pumped up on them Warriors, man. Steph is balling. Steph is him. Steph is the greatest point guard I've ever seen in my life. He's better than Magic. He's better than AI. He is the greatest point guard to ever touch a basketball. Sorry to all you old haters out there. It's just the truth of the matter. The 6'3" guy that changed the game. But But I don't think it's going to be enough tonight against them Grizzlies. I just think this is a Warriors win, Grizzlies cover style game. We know the Warriors, just looking back at the last year and kind of, you know what I mean? I don't trust them as sizable home favorites. On the road, yeah, you can trust them, but I think this one just has backdoor written on it. And then I'm on the Timberwolves, laying the 1.5. They are the house of disappointment. I usually hate taking these boys on the road. But one thing that, again, I got to look back at last season. I trust Minnesota off a loss. I know they lost back-to-back to Portland. That's disgusting. But following that, this should be a lock-in win for them. They were one of the best teams just straight up off a loss last year. Let me find the number for y'all. Off a loss last season, Minnesota straight up was 24-8. The best team in the league off a loss was Boston at 17-4, but Minnesota 24-8 following a loss. So I'm on Minnesota tonight. I'll lay the points with them. I might just take a money line. What's the money line? It's -125, so I'll just lay the 1.5. Let's do it.
All right. Parlay time. Chris?
Two-teamer for me. Virginia money line, Wizards money line.
I'm going to go college football, UCLA, Arizona.
I'm going to take I'll take the Kings. I'll roll with the Raptors and the Lakers.
I'll go Spurs money line. And I'll go Spurs money line, Houston money line in college football, and Wisconsin money line in college basketball. And really, hold on. Wait. And we're going to go the Thunder. We're just going to go all out fade of the state of Arizona tonight. The directional parlay, all out fade. Thunder Buddies fading the Phoenix Suns, and we fading the college of Arizona in college football and college basketball. Let's do it.
What did they do to you?
Nothing. They're just getting faded tonight. Sometimes it just happens that way. As somebody who looks at this shit, like sometimes my Mavs and my Cowboys, they like losing on the same day. My Mavs and Stars like losing on the same day. Sometimes it's like when you try to put the directional parlay in, sometimes it just doesn't go the right way. So I wouldn't be shocked if it happened this way. The stars just aligned. Fade them. You can go with the fade LA parlay tonight if you want to too. You know, you could fade the Clippers, fade the Lakers, fade UCLA. You could who else? You know what I mean, it's a lot you could do tonight. Yep. I like that. Fade Arizona and fade LA. I'm doing both. Money making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I got a top player for sale over at the site. My NBA play of the day. It's been up. So for all you crying about the jam session, just go scoop up the play of the day. We've hit 7 of 10 on that play. I'm just trying to keep it rolling there. That's the play I personally have the most money on the daily. So if I'm busting up your parlays or anything like that because of the jam session, at least give me a chance to do it the right way. It's $25. Get to my favorite play of the day. Scoop it up.
That's it.
I think I'll have. Right now, there's 2 in there. There should be 3 or 4, maybe 3. I might just stick with 3 tonight in the NBA. We're cutting it down. I'm finna go on a run. If you believe
your play of the day is only $25.
Yeah.
Wow, it's pretty good.
So if you believe me, hop on with me. Let's do what we do. Remember, hold on, let me tell y'all the number from last season. Right now, we're 12. I think I'm 12 and 11 on the play of the day. I'm really not that worried about it because of last season. What was my record last season in the play of the day? We finished the season 97, 71, and 4 on the top play of the day, or something like that. So I'm not worried. We're gonna go on a run here soon. Hop on and let's do it now. Let's do it today. Start it today. What you got going today, Roof?
I got a few packages for sale. Today's a great day to jump on long term because then you got college football and NFL this weekend too. But I got a few college plays, few NBA plays. So today's strictly basketball for me. But check them out at Pick Dogs.
Chris is strictly hooping.
Strictly hoops today. College locked in on college. I'm just trying to really focus on now. I have to do all these articles for it.
I don't have anything on the daily, but if you're looking at something long term and you more so want to treat it like a business where you let us coach you over the unit strategy of how much you should put on the percentage wise. We don't tell you how much to bet, but we tell you different structures of levels of the games. So if you're somebody that been watching our videos with Eric and myself and Big Al's All Access is absolutely slaughtering it, but it's very high net worth bankrolls, 25K or more. And then if you're just looking for something on the lower end side, you could join the Dime Club or Sharp Trading Insider Plays, which my number is right on the site under Premium Picks. Shoot me a text, free consultation. If anything, it's a free education.
All right. Got a ton of stuff. You can just check out my page over at Pick Dogs. My name's Mitch. It's in the handicapper section. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. And see you tomorrow. I don't know who's on the show, but I'll be here. College football Saturday.